Hey guys, always something. It's always a story to tell here. So if you remember back when we first moved into this house, this lamppost here was it wasn't electric, it was a solar head that the previous owners had put on top of this. But there was still electricity, like wires in here, connected to, there's an outlet over there next to the gas meter that it's connected to. And I thought, oh, it had been, somebody had like cut the wires or something. But it turns out that somebody had just disconnected it from the outlet. So I reconnected it, put the old eagle statue head from our old house on here, and I put a sensor, and there used to be an outlet right here, like a very old 120 volt outlet. I took that out because it was rusted, it was just not safe at all, and I put this sensor in its place. Actually, it was that way. This flush mount photocell sensor that goes inside of the post, and that worked for about 2 years or so, maybe 3 years. I think it was about 3 years. I think this has been installed now. But just last night I came home from work and I noticed, oh my god, the light isn't on. I thought the bulb just went out, but that's an LED bulb in there, and those don't typically burn out, so I replaced it with this bulb, and it still wasn't working. So I thought, oh, that's weird. It could be either the socket in there, which this is a pretty old head, this is probably about 30, 40 years old now, and or it could be the wiring itself, or it could be the sensor. Well, I decided to first check the sensor, so I unplugged it from this little wiring harness, and I just straight like hardwired the head, and lo and behold, the sensor's bad. So this thing lasted 3 years, and now it's dead. So I gotta find a new one of these flush mount ones that goes inside of the post to fix. But I'm very happy that it wasn't the socket and it wasn't the wiring, because thankfully with this it's just a simple plug and play connection. You can just unplug the wiring harness of the old one, go out and buy a new one and plug it in, and then screw it back in place, and we should be back in business. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will be back with a new photocell sensor. Alright guys, fast forward a few days and I have a new sensor here. It's the same exact style, same exact design as the old one. However, there is one difference, in that I was hoping that it wouldn't be different, but it is. And that's the actual connector here. I was hoping it would be the same exact version right here as this one, so I could just disconnect this new wiring harness, pigtail, and connect the one from the sensor to this old one here. But unfortunately, it looks like they have changed the design in like 3 years. Now, the reason why it took me a few days to get a new one is because I went to Home Depot. Actually, I went to Lowe's and Home Depot, and I could not find it anywhere. And I did remember that I bought it at Home Depot 2 or 3 years ago. And I asked the guy there, and I'm like, because I found it on the website. Don't you carry this anymore? And he was like, well, it says it's only in online. So I had to buy it off of Amazon. So yeah, let's see. I'm going to see if this fits really quickly, and hopefully it does, but it's probably not going to. So I'm going to just check that real quick. Okay, so this one actually would not fit either way because the wires are configured in the wrong configuration here. The white is on the right here, but on this one the white is in the middle, and the black is in the middle on this one. So it doesn't fit this way either way, and it wouldn't be good if it did. It actually fits this way, but I'm not going to plug it in. But I am going to go ahead and turn off the power because we do need to rewire it now. We need to put this new wiring harness in and take the old one out. So let's go ahead and do that real quickly. Now that I've got the new one in, the whites, neutrals all get tied together. The black, which is the hot coming from the power, which is coming from the ground, goes to the black from the sensor. And the black from the post head goes to the red. So hopefully that should be easier to understand. And then the green, which would be the ground, goes to the bare copper wire from the post head to the power. The sensor doesn't have a ground. So let's get the new sensor snapped in. Let's make sure I have it the right way, which I don't. Alright, and now all that's left to do is attach it to the post there. Alright, whoops, keep dropping screws. Alright, you can tell it's very easy to work with one hand. But anyways, there's a gasket that goes on here I forgot to put on, so I put that on. Focus. So now we just have to, it's just a matter of pushing the whole housing, whoops, into the post. Like so. And now all that's left to do is put the screws in. So I gotta go and find another screw because I could not find that one that I dropped. So I will be right back and I'll do that. Alright, well, I found the other screw. The new sensor did come with 2 screws, but they were too big for the holes that I've drilled in this post. So I wanted to use the old ones because I didn't feel like drilling new holes. But the new sensor is fully installed. I've got the gasket all the way around it so that no water will leak in. And I turned the power back on so we can see it works. I cover the sensor with my hand, and then if I take it off, it goes right off. So, yeah. Very happy with this installation. Hopefully I helped some people out there with their replacement of their photocell sensor. So yeah, it's the exact same unit as the old one. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And here it is in the dark at night. To further prove that it works, you can sort of see right there, the sensor. But it does indeed work. It turned on it by itself tonight. So, yeah, it's fully automatic once again. So, once more, thank you guys so much for watching as always, and there will be more to come.